I'm going to pull the whole thing down. I'm going to bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's going to be biblical.
Hey guys, welcome back again today. We are here, Patriots Across the Pond and Friends with Jason Q, our regular Friday deeper dives. How are you guys?
How's the throat?
Not too bad. Not
Good.
too bad for Friday the 13th.
Yeah, we see you on a few Friday the 13th, don't we, actually?
Yeah.
This one's a big one, though, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think? I
think somebody might be ending, and their demise might end tonight.
Really?
Because it's a Friday the 13th, so it's a high holy day during their holy week of Purim. And then now all the stuff's coming out about the double tapping of the girls' school and all these Iranian oil fields. Because we didn't target the oil fields. Why would we? And that's the thing. It's like everybody complains about climate change and all this, and they go around and people go around bombing oil fields. They're doing it in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, but then they're like, oh, you need to get an emissions test on your car. For what? You guys are literally blowing up half the earth, and now you want us to do something stupid like this?
Right.
It's dumb. It's not like you got your mouth wrapped around the exhaust pipe, it just seems like dumb. Really dumb. So yeah, it's weird. And now we're digging into Catholics. Oh, the Catholics are fun.
Are they topping the Mormons?
They topped them all. That Second Vatican Council, we're finding out, that's what brought in the communism within the church.
Yeah.
Well, let's think about it. The Catholics came out of the Holy Roman Empire, right? And as we know, Catholic means universal. So what does that mean? Just plop everybody inside this religion, right? And they don't even really, being raised Catholic, they don't even, I don't say we, but I went to Catholic school. It's not even like using the Bible. It's the catechism, which is a whole set of rules on its own.
And I liken the catechisms to the Talmud, because if you look at it, it's like, because we bought the Ducat Bible. That's it. It's a Ducat Bible. It's a catechism that Pope Francis and Benedict and all them wrote for all the kids, right? We have copies of it, and we went through it. I don't see why priests and the Pope are giving advice to teenagers about masturbation in a book.
You mean that it's bad?
Well, I mean, they're not saying it's bad.
Well, that was a pretty big sin back in the day. I don't know what they're saying now.
And that's the thing. They changed it all. They made everybody activists.
Okay, well, if you ever saw the movie, it's an indie movie by Ed Burns back in, I think, the 90s. And he's, Irish Catholic in this movie. And the girl the love interest, one of the love interests, is saying how she's not Catholic anymore. And he's like, well, why? And she's like, well, I can't have premarital sex. And if I do, I can't use birth control. But if I get pregnant, I can't have an abortion. And if I just choose to masturbate, I'm not allowed to do that either. So like, it's a comedy movie, obviously. She's talking about all the, like, you're just basically have no life of any kind. I'm not suggesting abortion is, but so the truth is now you're saying that they're talking about masturbation as something you should do, you shouldn't do, how it's done. Like, what is it?
These books are so disgusting.
Oh,
and I'm like, no. And the Second Vatican Council, and we're going through all these like offshoots, these pontifical councils and all that. And once hit the Pontifical Council for promoting the new evangelization, that is where the wheels just completely come off.
like, why? What is it? What did you guys read?
It goes right. I mean, it goes to communism. I mean, like, literally, like, the name that they have for it is Communion and Liberation. And it's just like when we said, who was I just saw? Bernie Sanders. He went to move to Israel in a kibbutz, and they did communal living.
Right. That's what a kibbutz is.
And that's communism. Communal living is communism. It's just like anything. If you're racist, then it's racism. Communal living, it's communism.
Well, maybe, but from what I've heard from people who've done it, like, and have gone and lived on kibbutzes in the 70s, like, everybody has a task, right? Like, I sew, you cook, you know how to do the farming, and then you live together. So it sounds like the intent, I mean, wouldn't that be nice in our, like, now, if you say we share, we enjoy. So I think the idea of it, but is that really right?
But there's a lot of people that don't partake. Like, the barter system's great if you have a skill.
Right.
If you don't have a skill and you expect free things, that's communism. And when it's given to you. So that's the thing. That's communal living. That's communism. That's the worst. That's how they snuck it into the church in the Second Vatican Council. And in fact, it was June 28, 2010. And then all these departments get merged in diastery for evangelization. And it says, the Pope has said the process of secularization has produced a serious crisis of the sense of Christian faith and the role of the church. Notice they always say Christian faith, but then they're Catholics. It's like, okay, so they need to, like, somebody needs to come out and say, okay, here's Catholicism, because, they believe one thing. But then you have folk religions, like you have folk Christianity, folk Catholicism, which leans more towards the rituals.
Yeah, like, but they're always hiding depravity behind goodliness, aren't they? It's all in their wording.
And it says, and the new pontifical, now this is weird. And the new Pontifical Council would promote a renewed evangelization in countries where the church has long existed, but which are living a progressive secularization of society and a sort of eclipse of the sense of God. So you're in a sense, you're going back to, you're doing the same thing that you did before. You're going to these places that they don't want all this outside garbage. Like they're living like not so much a communal living, but they're their own people. They just want to be left alone. You know, like Americans, we just want to be left alone. That's it. No outside, you know, and we really do need to leave everybody else alone. And the thing is that now going through this, let's see, I mean, this is just, I mean, this, what is the guy's name? Even the archbishop that runs it now, his name is Rhino Fischella.
Oh my God, you can't make this up.
Rino. I'm like, what? No. Let's see. The incept of the document is part of the phrase, the church has a duty everywhere and at all times to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ. Pope Benedict quoted Pope Paul VI, who stated the work of evangelization proves equally increasingly necessary because of the frequent situations of de-Christianization of our days for multitudes of people who have been baptized but who live quite outside of Christian life. It's funny that the pedophiles will be saying this. For simple people who have a certain faith, but he knows the basics wrong. For intellectuals who feel the need to know Jesus Christ in a different light from the teaching they received as children, and for many others. So what do you mean see him in a different light? I mean, this Father Luigi Giussani, he's the one that started the Communion and Liberation movement as a social activist.
When was this?
That was in the 60s.
In the 60s.
Yep.
Let me just show you something. That Rhino geezer, he is like a clone of Netanyahu. Look at him.
Yeah, ain't it? And look, notice how like right next to him, all the rainbow flag surrounding across. What is that? You know that's creepy. Yeah. I mean, this guy's just.
So when did this book come out, or the teachings for the kids?
Oh, it came out a while ago, a few years ago, and
but like recent, like not like 20 years ago.
No, we just bought them a few years ago, and started digging through them because there were two kinds. It was a Ducat and a what's the other one? Because when they mentioned Dead Cat Bound twice, right? And then you notice that they wrote two of these Bibles, but then they also, like, we have a tote full of, like, their workbooks. Like, we got them all. And I was just disgusted that they're teaching kids this.
Like, can you give us an example?
I'd have to dig it out. I mean, the masturbation one, I mean, it's shit that you need to talk to your parents about. You know? Things that, you know, a positive home, you know, your parents would talk to you about. Like, if you want to talk about the birds and the bees and all that, you don't go to a priest. You go to your parents. Your parents teach you that. So, in essence, what they're trying to do is not only are the schools trying to take your kids, but the churches are trying to take your kids too.
Yeah.
And notice, pray. They're both preying on your children.
Yeah.
And just wild.
It is interesting, the word pray.
And I mean, even this whole communion and liberation was created along the same lines as the black nobility. Because this took us right to how the black nobility was created, because they stood up for the Pope, because they had a capture of Rome, where Italy took Rome back. And then they had a suppression of the Society of Jesus, where they threw all the Jesuits out, and then they let them back in to create more hell. 1870. I mean, 1870, 1871. It's like there's really no dealings there, right?
Right.
Because if we look at 1871, and we go by our base of 1822 with the Treaty of Verona, that would be 49 years. And think about the 49 years, and then Trump always talks 47 years, 47 years, 47 years. It's like, and everybody thinks it goes back to Iran with the Shah. But no, 79 in America, that was when everything changed. Department of Education, they popularized the Holocaust from Skokie. They started putting, that was the first movie. It was in 79. And just Department of Education. I mean, it's so much. And then you look at like the Iran thing, because it all goes back to Peter Strzok Sr. All of this does. Because then when we were looking at the, some of these other pontifical councils and how they're dealing with Africa in the same time frame that Peter Strzok Sr. was over there with his brother in Kenya and all that, and doing all this mission work under USAID. And then after that, they overthrow Iran. And then he's like, we're going to take our stuff to Haiti now. Which, I mean, why would you pick Haiti? And then you think of witchcraft and the, just the voodoo. Because the thing is that he went from Africa and then to Haiti. So you went from one voodoo area to another. And then you think about these mirrors and the divination and everything that Epstein's doing.
Yeah.
And then you realize that it's like, well, why aren't they going more hot and heavy after his brother, Mark? He's the one, he bought properties from Les Wexner before Jeffrey Epstein knew Les Wexner.
That's interesting.
And this whole thing with the Dybbuk box, how Les Wexner had a Dybbuk box, and then you see how everything was transferred to Epstein, and then the keystone at Epstein's apartment is a demon at the townhouse in New York. I mean, come on. Him and Howard Lutnick lived at 9 and 11 East 70.
That is crazy.
You can't even make this up.
Oh my God.
And then, not to mention, we went over this last night, but we talked about this when they mentioned it, about Erica Kirk, right? About, hey, why would they nominate her to the Air Force Academy Board, right? It's like, well, it's easy. And they're like, well, why'd they do it silently? It's like, well, now she's under investigation from every agency, because you have to be fully vetted to be put in the Air Force Academy. So I think there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out about her and Romania and this whole thing, because there's no way they're going to let her on. When we saw the messages on her Instagram, on her ex, how she was trying to groom little girls, and they're going to be like, well, where were you from this time, that time? Because they have to, question her. So every time she lies, it's another charge.
Right.
Because they have everyone.
Yeah, that is interesting. That I thought, what Trump's done that for?
Well, I mean, I think it was from the State of Union address. And they're like, oh, they approved Charlie for it last year. It's like, huh? Maybe Charlie was afraid that they were going to look into him, look at his background. Because it's funny, because Candace on her show last night, they showed the back camera for when he was shot. Yeah. Well, he wasn't shot. There's no blood, just a necklace. But then around his hand, you see all these dots holding the microphone. It's like he's electrocuted. So it zapped him enough to basically paralyze him, not kill him. That's why they were saying, oh, well, they're struggling in the back of an SUV. It's like, so did they go and sacrifice this guy or what?
Yeah, that camera was taken straight down afterwards.
And then the video comes up. It's like there's zero blood. And Candace is still like, oh, this because it hit an artery and stopped the blood. Get out of here.
Is that still her narrative?
I think she's a lot deeper in this than she's leading on. I think they're both tied to the Freemasons, and that's why she's not. Because when you see some of the pictures with her and Charlie sitting there, they're sitting the same way like this, like Angela Merkel was sitting. It's like, well, you started that blackened or something like that, blacked under TPUSA. Well, what dealings did you have with them? And it's like, after all this, it's like, I want to even email her I want to send her the those maps of the trafficking routes, but I also want to email her the the J6 deposition of Charlie Kirk. It's like, you need to read this, and instead of putting him on a on a pedestal and all that, there's a real problem with him.
Yeah.
I mean, they said be careful you follow, and Charlie was Protestant, then he's Catholic, then he's Jewish. It's like, no, he was in it for the 1,000 points of light, all under George Bush, because that's where they got their start from. They were all rhinos. And then everybody's like, oh, Charlie said don't attack Iran. Nobody gives a fuck what Charlie thought. Charlie was a nobody. It's like, well, how did he get to where he is? What, by money? That's it?
Right.
I mean, and then you're going to college campuses, and then knowing his wife's background, it's like, are you sure you weren't into this too? Because I'm firmly on side. He knew all about it. I think he really did. And I think it played everybody for fools. But then people start waking up and looking into this, and they're like, something just doesn't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It doesn't fit. It's like now they don't know where his grave is, where his body is. It's like.
It was like he was a created character, wasn't it? Created family, potentially.
And it'd be great if, the first arrest will shock the world. But what if it's tandem? What's both of them? I mean, you never know at this point, right? I mean, we don't know. All I know is that, there was no blood, so you can't say a 30-6 and 3-6. Nah.
It's his spine and it went down.
Yeah. Yeah, but all you see was his necklace go up, but then he had those black dots around his hand. It's like, but also another thing is that, so he's wearing his wedding band there, but when he's out talking and everything like that, he has a gold ring on, and it's round. It's a Masonic ring. So I need to find out what ring that is, because I know she has the Order of the Eastern Star ring. So, and then it really baffles me about this is that if back then, 2019, I mean, you could literally go on X or anything like that, find out stuff about people, right? I mean, wouldn't you do that to the person you're going to marry? I mean, she comes up, all this, I'll never date or anything like that. And then it's like, well, didn't anybody bother telling me that she's a 304, or was it all arranged in the first place? It's like he offered to Charlie. It's like, well, what made Charlie qualified for it? He's not military. So it's like he puts these people in these places, and they must take themselves out. Because I think Charlie would have definitely gone down for treason for J6. Especially his interview afterwards with somebody that was there, and he's calling him a traitor and all that. And it's like, dude, you sent 80 buses there.
Right.
And then he just kept on like yelling at the guy. It's like, where's this discourse, huh? Where's this sharing of information? Where's this, ideas? No, doesn't work that way, huh? When you're in the spotlight. That's why it's funny that he could put everybody else in the spotlight, but when he was in the spotlight, like nobody could touch him. Because even to this day, I'm like, I don't understand why so many people are still on board with them, but now more people waking up, say, hey, it's not like all this stuff just happened. I mean, when you start following the money, it's like, if you're the CEO of a company, you're responsible for where the money goes. You are not. Well, he did. You run it. You started it. And then it's funny that after 2019, after he married Erica, that all the earnings went through the roof. It went from like 10 million, something like that, to like 40 million in 1 year.
Well, what if it's just another version of Fauci where they're putting this all front and center to actually just go see how deep this whole religion, because it's all based on religion, and it's based on pulling people in from, oh, we're such good Christians and all that kind of stuff. Because I always find it funny when Trump sort of says something about someone and puts them in the spotlight, like he did at the State of the Union with her. Right? Remember with Fauci, oh, these are the people that brought you HIV. Come on, go up there.
Come on up. It's like, and the thing about that was, I cannot get that out of my mind, where the Ukrainian girl's mom was sitting there sobbing uncontrollably, and she's standing right there. Oh, it's like, no hug, like no. I mean,
she was like a robot. It was very strange.
Like tap. It's okay. It's like right there. It's like an emotional gesture from two women that lost somebody special.
Important. Yeah.
They hug.
Mm-hmm.
When there was no hug, I was like, there is something wrong with this now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to get dark. But, they said 99% of people, because it's not the people that are going to church and, they love Christ, God knows. It's them trying to manipulate your mind into thinking, and this is where this all goes, that, we all need to be more like Jesus, more like Christ, and let everybody in, even the jippos. It's like, so what you're saying is that, oh, well, you have to give, solace and comfort to those that don't have a home. It's like, well, it's nice to see that, the one church that nobody knows how much they have are the ones that telling us that we need to do our part. We need to let them in. This is where the whole invasion comes in. You wouldn't have had this if they didn't make a deal with Pope Benedict and Pope Francis to have him installed today, 13 years ago. Obama. Then you start going down the whole Pope Francis and how he's a huge communist because of everybody that when he was put in, and it all starts in like South America, Central America, and everything. Sorry about that, but that's basically like why they did this, because the one picture in the drops where he's holding up that hammer and sickle with Christ crucified to it and he's smiling. It's like, is that weird? And then, Stu, if you could pull up post 161 on the drops, this says it all. That's beyond epic. Beyond epic. All right, 161, right? Now, could you scroll down a little bit? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, 161, November 20th, right? 2017. Look at the graphic, right? How do you lure a dangerous animal into a trap? My fucking sides, right? All posts are connected. Graphic is key. The graphic's key, right? So there's a schoolgirl, and she looks Chinese, maybe from Chongqing or Shenzhen. Remember where she spent all that time? And then the upside down cross on her tie, there's your TPUSA. What is the date? That's Erica's birthday, is November 20th. 161, that's Air Force Academy. AFA 161. It's right there.
Wow.
Yep.
You have more than you know.
That's it.
Mhm.
And it's like a dangerous animal into a trap. Yeah. You brought her into the Air Force Academy where you were under heightened scrutiny. And from all the videos that we've seen with Fort Watch, because it brings Fort Huachuca into this, Fort Bliss, it brings all these how can I say this? All these Army and Air Force bad actors, all the light. Because then it's like, remember, she's like, oh, I worked the Marine Corps and Constana. And also, what Candace failed to mention yesterday is that in the bio of Erica Kirk from the Cochrane Group, whatever, you have those proofread, right? Like, you want to make sure all the punctuation, spelling, and all that. So why in Constana, Romania, when that's written, there's a question mark placed in Constana, inside the word. Now, when you look at your keyboard, it is nowhere near anything, and you'd have to hit the shift key, shift question mark, in order to put that in. Then when you look at all the Epstein emails, you start seeing that there's punctuation. Like they say, punctuation matters, right? Well, then why are they putting all this unnecessary punctuation in these sentences? And it's almost like, why would they just put Constana, Romania, and put there's no reason for a question mark there.
Did you say Castana?
No, Costana, Costana. I believe it's like they have those different, the vowels and all that, the whatever you call them, the shit on it, all the extra bonus bullshit we don't need. Laptop, but yeah, I mean this is good. Like I told Dina, Mike, it's so crazy. I'm gonna have to take all the stuff that just print up in the past couple days, take it to another room and organize it all and make sure it's all, because right now it's like I got this and then I got the first one here and then the second one I need to go through is like middle. Yeah, I mean, bro, this directs us to the person that started this whole revelation, end of the world, this futurism shit. And it's a Calvinist from Europe. It's like, and there's a map. If you look under futurism on Wikipedia, and then in quotes, in parentheses, you put Christianity. And there's a map. Diagram by Henry Dunant, aiming to explain Revelation and Daniel as prophecies of future events. Yeah. So going through all that, and there's Henry Dunant. The funny thing is with him, guess what he did, Stu? He founded the Red Cross. Wow. Red, huh? Red Cross doesn't pop up in this at all.
Do you think there's anything to do with those shoes being red in that drop 161? Red and white shoes. They just seem to be quite prominent in that.
Oh, but it's like a Catholic schoolgirl because they wear outfits and all that. But over in China, they all have to wear uniforms.
Yeah.
And that's a Chinese girl. And you look at it, it's like, well, spend a lot of time over there, huh?
Yeah. Is that the right page?
Yep, right there. And then if you want to share it with everybody, and then you want to look into that map right there. When it says learn to read the map, I'll bet you that's the map. Because why would you have a futurism? You know, it says the term futurism refers to the fact that this view pushes prophecies in the apocalyptic sections of the Bible. Oh, shit. Never mind. Here, let me get it. Yeah, see, I mean, so the guy that started the Red Cross did this. It says the term futurism refers to the fact that this view pushes prophecies in the apocalyptic sections of the Bible into a future end time occurrence. The futurist approach to the book of Revelation contends that chapters 4 through 22 relate to a future time. Hey, you know what we need to do? Maybe we need to look at Revelations 4, 10, and 20.
Oh, well, that rings a bell.
You know? I mean, this guy's such a dickbag, man. So bad.
Oh, it's fucking, I don't know what it is.
I mean, they even have massive meetups once a year in these areas with all these big high tech and business people to discuss communion and liberation.
It's never ending, is it? These depths of depravity and secret societies and...
Well, and the thing is right there at the first part of that 4, it says, after these things I looked and behold a door standing open in heaven. Open the door, closed door. First was sort of like a trumpet speaking with me saying, come up here and I will show you things which must take place after this. See, I think this is all written by the Freemasons as their little thing, but when it gets that Revelation 9:11, today would be a good day for the reveal for that.
So
right now,
you've obviously got some, you've been looking into this, some important dates to look out for coming up. And we're on the 13th of March at the moment, aren't we? We obviously got a 322 coming up.
What starts next week, baby? March Madness. We're right in it.
Yeah. I said that to Lisa yesterday, but it's certainly building. Oh, what's happening? Is it Maduro on the 17th?
18th.
18th. So there's something else happening the day before, 17th. Oh, I can't remember what that was.
The playing games. It's St. Patrick's Day and the playing games for the March Madness. And then the 19th is official start. And then that goes to 4-6, which is the day after Easter, which your semifinal games are Saturday, the day after Good Friday. And Trump comes back from his trip on Friday because he leaves Tuesday. He meets with Xi on Tuesday on 3/31 in China. So if we go to the drops, it's China, Chongqing, Tuesday, Xi, all the meeting. So this is the second meeting to verify the whole what happened the first meeting at the Forbidden City.
Yeah.
So this complete, like, that was like the setup. And now, because when they say 11-3 action, 11-3 start, so that could have been 3-11 2 days ago, right? Then you have 11-4 actionable. Well, 11-4, 4-11 is on a Saturday. Friday, Saturday, make good on the MAGA promise. It's sandwiched in between the two Easters.
I was just going to say that.
Is a 17. Then you have 4 April, 2 Aprils, April, which is 1-1, but it's also 4-4 or 44, in which case doubled to 88. Then you have was it? The Jews have never had land under their control for more than 80 years. Well, May 14th is their 80th year. Or May 14th. So now we look from March 13th to May 14th. You get 63 days. Would you invert it? It's 3 6s. Also 9. And then you have it's exactly 9 weeks. I mean, all the 9s. Just going on down. Because last year when they switched their little Israel Day to their Independence Day from the 14th to the 1st, it's like, why would they do that? It's like, well, May 1st, duh, that's the biggest communist holiday. It's May Day and all that, but also it's National Law and Order Day. Funny how that works.
May 1st is?
That's what Trump made May 1st National Law and Order Day.
Well, I didn't know that. That's good. How many times has he put that statement out there? Law and order.
I don't know how he keeps on in line. I mean,
I don't know how he keeps a straight face.
Yeah.
Man. And then his one quote from yesterday. It says, well, what do you have to say about the people from Israel on it? And he just walks away and says, tragic.
Yeah. He thought about it though, didn't he? Tragic.
Because now we're getting accused of bombing schools of kids, especially a double tap with a tomahawk. It's like, so what they're saying is that, because they did double tap on the ships, that, the U.S. just double tap schools and all. It's like, well, we didn't do it. We had certain objectives to take out. Israel came in and hit 500 targets. They had girls' schools, oil fields on, and even the White House is like, hey, tell Israel to stop bombing oil fields. It's like the oil fields were never a target. The target was the government, right? But now Israel attacked their desalination plants. That means they don't have any water. But what it's doing is that everybody's like, the price of gas for us is going to jump. It's like, why? We don't get anything from there.
Right.
We got Venezuela. We make our own. And then you have airlines. We have to raise rates. It's like, I can't wait to hear this one. Why are you raising your rates, airlines? You sure you use fuel?
I think Trump's got plenty of oil.
Oh, yeah. And
Back
Trump knows. That's why if there was one question I would ask Trump, like completely just like off subject, I'd be like, how much does the Trump organization spend in fuel for your planes in a given year? How many miles do you fly? And how many gallons? Because they say they put 66,000 gallons of fuel in these planes, an aluminum plane. It makes no sense. I mean, it's built out of aluminum.
Right. It's
like that's a tin can. If you're talking about military, I mean, those are made out of steel. Like we have pictures. We went into a Globemaster when we were in Idaho just last year. And you could see the big fuel bladder up in the top. Like you could see it. It's like, that's it. That's where fuel goes. Cool. But the thing is, whenever you see a fire and like an airplane engine, right? It's like electrical, and then they shut the engine off. Like whatever. It's like, well, if there was a fire, wouldn't that spread like the 66,000 gallons of fuel you have in the wings? And it's like you're literally flying on a big bomb.
Right.
Or they could just level it. Doesn't say that they don't use fuel. But then that would give away free energy, wouldn't it? These people are diabolical. It never fails.
It's everything, isn't it? They haven't lied about one or two things. They've inverted reality of truth.
It's all completely inverted. Just like them thinking that Trump's the Antichrist and all that. It's like, well, wait till that gets inverted. Yeah, it's like the Antichrist to bring in theirs. It's like, no. It's like, I can't believe people don't see this. People do not see what he's about to do. Because they think there's, and Trump's like, well, this is something that every other president could have done, but nobody had the balls to do it. Well, what's that? What, hit Iran? Fuck. Who didn't hit Iran? So what is it that nobody had the balls to do? But then you have Israel making their little, their little nuclear remarks and all that. It's like, But they said that there was an explosion in Iran, and it registered on, the whole, seismic records. It's like, so did Israel detonate something on Israeli soil, on Iranian soil? Because that's the problem with this, is that people are like, oh, the people in Iran want to be free. It's like, well, you got to kick out all the Jews, though. That's the problem, because you have 33% of the Iranians in LA. They're all Iranian Jews, and they're out there fighting with the other people that want to be free. It's like, what's wrong with this? It's like, how about you guys want to wave all these flags? Go home.
Yeah.
It's like, you'll never see me wave a Polish flag or anything like this. Just American flag. I'm an American. That's it. I'm Polish surname or whatever, but it's like, have I been to Poland? No. Being of Polish ethnicity, I think that there's a lot that we have to fix. Because, I've met a lot of Polacks. They're hard workers and everything. And then you see the jokes, but it's like, okay, well, what's the joke? It's like, oh, Polacks are stupid. It's like, maybe the Polacks were onto something. But then you have, BB. Then you have good old, wait a second. Wait a second.
I've been to Poland, and it is beautiful, and the people are like, it was one of my favorite places to go.
Oh, and I would love to go to Hungary and see all the architecture and everything.
Yeah, Hungary's pretty too.
Man, like some of these old cities, and you're like, all right, so since they lied to us about that over there, it's like, so who are you guys saying built this stuff, and when?
Yeah,
because all this stuff was over here built in 2 years. You couldn't get the stone crafted in 2 years for something.
Right.
And then you're putting on multiple of them. It's like, so where are you getting the rocks? Shouldn't you see like a massive, quarries everywhere? It's like the only thing you see is like the Grand Canyon, which who knows? But and then there's just the one in Illinois that the Big Dig and all that. They have like a big quarry, a granite quarry there. But they did a tunnel for the Big Dig, so if Chicago does flood, which I don't know why they did this, then all the water goes into there. Which doesn't make much sense because you have fucking Lake Michigan right there.
Interesting.
Do you watch any of these videos now of them mining in quarries? Just to cut out a bit of marble or something like that. How long it takes, how heavy that is, what it does to the lorry when it goes on it. Just one bit to make some tiles. It's nice.
And it's like, well, then how'd you get the machines to do this? Hammers and chisels. Well, then explain to me where there wasn't a massive increase in shoulder injuries or anything like that. Like they just tell you, oh, this is the architect and that's it. It's like my lunch break is just doing, he's going scorched earth on all that. And he just did one yesterday, another one with the Rand Corporation. I think you need to send old boy that Houstonic site let them look up Rand Corporation and realize that, hey, that Rand guy, he was a really good guy. And then they bastardized his name. You know, the same guy that cured cancer. So what do? They create the Rand Corporation and then use it all for nefarious. So you literally poison the guy's name. It's like they do that all the time. It's like, why? I mean, there's no need for it. You know, people want to help people. And then you start seeing in these Epstein files that, yeah, anybody that was about free energy, they killed. And it's like,
cancer cures, gone.
Yep. And all around Epstein, it's like, but he was an idiot. So who was he? Yeah, I still think the brother had a lot to do with this. A lot.
Yeah, but I didn't know he had a brother till today.
I didn't either.
Mark Epstein.
Mark Epstein. Yeah. Mark Lawrence Epstein.
Yeah.
And what did he do? Like, what was his job? I don't even know what you'd say.
Oh, he still owns these apartment buildings in New York and all that was housing these prostitutes and models. He still owned them. He owned them the whole time. It's like, what?
He was president of his brother's investment company, J. Epstein and Co.
Yeah, of course, right? And nobody sees him. I mean, nobody knows where any of these people are. So I just find it funny that, you know, a lot of people are already gone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you start looking, it's like, that ain't him. You go, Jim Carrey thing. It's like, come on, man.
They all look different. I mean, we could sit here and just name a whole bunch of people. Their foreheads are different shapes. Their eyes are set differently. Of course, earlobes, right? But just the face, there's no way.
I mean, years ago, we'd have just gone, fucking hell, you've had some bad surgery there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they used to disappear a celebrity, bring them back 6 months later, and no one used to even question it, really. Oh, you want to get a different surgeon?
No, because they that much to do a clone. I mean, they're off the one and then they bring the one back, and it's like when you sell your soul,
yeah,
everything goes with it. I mean, that's just, I mean, who would even think of doing that?
Deviants.
You know, Sheila Holmes said didn't she say in her book she has the copy of the contract that they sign?
Yeah, I want to.
The devil.
Sheila asked me a question for you, Jason. She wanted to. I think she's heard you read the document before, but she wanted the document. If you've got it, it is
for the document. I refused to even talk to that woman. I was on with her for 2 hours, and she didn't say one thing to me. She knew I was on. I had nothing to say to that woman. She could do her. She could write.
What were you on with her?
I was on with her when we were out in Idaho, and we were out with Cranker and all them, and that Paul Valéry was on there, and of course, Cranker brings on some broad from Brazil, and he's only on there for a half hour. So I went through all stuff. I have all these questions written out to ask him and everything like that. He gave her the floor the whole time, and then here comes Sheila Holmes, same thing, took over everything, talking about complete nonsense. And she's like, well, and then afterwards she's like, oh, well, you know Jason Q. It's like, well, he was. If you're looking at this chat, right? I see Stewie, I see Elisa, I see me. Mm-hmm. So you can't tell that there's a Jason Q right there that you're looking at, or are you just standing yourself? And so I was like, I have nothing to say to that woman ever again. Nothing. I didn't have anything to say to her before. So if she wants the document, she could find it herself. If you could write books, then you could do research. Simple as that.
That's fair enough.
1.8 million pages. If you expect me to go through those for you when you didn't even have the decency to look on and even say hi to anybody that's on the panel, you just took it for yourself, then I have nothing. Just same thing with Wano Saban. I have nothing. I have nothing to say to either one of them. I think they spread misinformation and disinformation, and they don't show any of the research, especially Juan. Don't show anything that backs up any of his fucking non-existent claims.
Well, that's interesting.
That's my opinion. Everybody else can have their own opinion. Everybody is allowed an opinion. That is my opinion, and I could choose who I work with, and I have no reason to work for them.
Me personally, I could not sit there on a podcast without minimum acknowledging the people that are on with me.
The thing is, why this burns my ass so much, and people are like, I don't know why he's going. We were on vacation. Dina's mom, pops, they were all watching. They watched Jason shut up for 2.5 hours and not say one word. Didn't say one word for 2.5 hours. Not one, not a hi, hello, nothing. Didn't introduce the panel, nothing.
They didn't introduce the panel? I mean...
Nope, nothing. That's why Cranker could go get fucked. I mean, all those people.
It's just an unprofessional way to do an interview. You introduce every single person on the panel. If discussions,
100%.
one person talks more than the other, the moderator is supposed to say, that's great. Let's hear what this one has to say. Or how do you feel about, right? You take control.
They even, at the end, instead of giving any of us anything to say, they go right into a prayer, and then they go right into this Brazil bitch saying in Brazil. I'm like, and then Crank's like, oh, sorry, fuck that guy, fuck him. He's so worried about just finding somebody that's gonna accept him that he doesn't care who he trashes along the way. He's all about, oh, that girl showed me some love in Brazil. Well, then I need to be up her ass. I don't play this shit with anybody.
Yeah.
If it's not informational on shit, if you're gonna sit here and not only disrespect me, but disrespect everybody that was around us and everybody else that was on the panel that you didn't even bother to say anything to.
That's fucking outrageous.
That's why I was pissed about that, and I think rightfully so. I mean, because we talked for 2 hours before the show, and I was telling what I was going through and everything like that. Well, I was telling what I was, going through, looking wise and all that, because we broke down the Psyop to Mind War, by Valalay and that other fucking shithead. But now I'd have completely different questions to ask Paul Valalay. Like, what the fuck are you doing, TPUSA?
When was that panel, Jason? That you're
last year.
Whose channel is it on? Crankers.
Yeah,
Cranker
Pit, and it was in summer because we were in Idaho.
Okay. I don't really watch Cranker, but I remember when he was very tight with Emily.
Yeah, I remember that too. See, and then people start going off on their own, worried about money and all this other stuff. It's like, hey, bye-bye. Or wanting to sell crypto. It's like, I've told people I'm against crypto right now because dead currency. If there's nothing to back it, then why are you even promoting it?
Mm-hmm.
We're right about Bitcoin. All you do is you look at things from a logical standpoint, and you're like, okay, well, if it's a cryptocurrency, and you break down the word crypt meaning dead currency, then cryptocurrency is also a CC, which is a 33.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you see all these people dumping all this money in crypto, and then all these rug pulls. It's like, do you guys not understand it yet that everything's a scam? Unless you have hard physical assets in your possession, you own nothing. So,
yeah,
look at it that way.
Interesting. Okay. So it was like July 25, like this past July, that you guys were in Idaho?
Dina would be able to give you a better answer. Maybe she can answer. Maybe she could answer it. Let me see.
Was Dylan on it as well?
Didn't even see JQ. You know what? I don't care. I don't care if somebody's like, she didn't see. I don't care. I don't care. Then why did she ask who was on the panel? You can't say that. Well, she didn't see her on screen. It's like it's literally when you run a live stream, you literally have all the boxes of everybody chatting in there.
Yeah.
When we do the ones on Saturday, you literally have like over 20 people on there. So you can't say they didn't see you. I saw everybody. Dylan saw everybody. Everybody else saw everybody. And when she's like, oh, I didn't see everybody. Oh, then you want to take any information from somebody that just doesn't notice somebody on a screen?
I'm not being funny, but if you go on a podcast like this, the first thing you look at is who's on there with you. Even if I had to do one of those Twitter things where you can't see anyone's face. But that was after the film, wasn't it? You on there, Jason? That was 2:00 in the morning for me. And who's here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've just read what Dina's posted there. That's madness.
They just, I mean, some of these people just.
So was Dylan there with you as well on it? Yeah.
What's that?
Was Dylan on it with you as well?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to hunt that down. I'll find that very interesting.
And Dylan even mentioned, he's like, "Oh, you don't remember me, Sheila?" It's like, well, he gave her a ride back to her hotel, and she didn't remember him.
Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan gave Sheila a ride back to her hotel and didn't even. That's why there's people out there that are all for themselves, and I have no reason to even be around them. No reason to give them information. It's like, hey, you research, you dig into it.
Oh, I'm sorry you had that experience.
Wait.
I mean, it's because you were on vacation.
Well, I just
with your family.
And I mean, it could have been something great, but unfortunately, you see people's true colors, and then you just decide not to have anything to do with them anymore. It's like that's just. And people could say, well, that's catty. It's like, well, I don't give a fuck. That's the thing. It's like catty. It's like, well, you're not the one sitting in the seat doing all the fucking work either. It's like, it's a lot of work. And you're going to sit here and say, oh, well, I'm not going to recognize you, but hey, I need something from you. You could go get fucked. And I'll gladly tell her too. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just, you're at this point right now where it's like, in life, where they want to sit here and give you, they want to stigmatize you. They want to put a certain label on you. It's like, fine. Racist? Yes. Anti-Semitic? Yes. Anti-religion? Yes. Because, and even like white people. I mean, there's a lot of fucking white people that are fucked up too. We want to get rid of them too. This isn't just a white, black, purple, orange, yellow thing. There's people here that on this plane of existence that do not want what's best for, number one, themselves, and number two, for anybody around them.
It's a heart thing.
Compassion, empathy, they have zero. Mm-hmm. So I don't think on this plane of existence, we need anybody's energy that doesn't have empathy or compassion. And it's funny that they're like, oh, you don't have any compassion for these migrants. No, they have a home. Go back. Because if we went to their country and we tried to pull this shit, either we'd be shot or locked up.
Yeah.
Any country in the world, we try to pull this shit. Oh, we deserve due process. We deserve freedom of speech. Whoa. Yeah. And it was all the churches, the Episcopalian churches. That's when you brought in, and Vatican II introduced females into the church. And now you see where all these Episcopalian bull-dyke lesbians are all pushing their shit, and how they're like, oh, well, Jesus didn't say that. No. They keep on saying, well, he said this. It's like, I didn't know what the fuck he said.
Right.
I didn't even know about the Gospel of Thomas. Didymus Judas Thomas. Didymus. Boom. There's two Geminis, right? Trump and JFK. Didymus Judas Thomas. Didymus, twin Greek. Thomas, twin Aramaic. So is the double twin. So then you look now at the two Geminis, JFK and Trump, kind of starting to look good on our end.
I think so.
They're all like, oh, well, this hasn't happened since, the Romans burned down the, because they're doing the whole sacrifice and everything like that again. And they said, oh, it was the 10th red heifer too. Then you have Iran come out and saying, we can extend the war for 10 years. It's like, now I know you guys are fuck with us. Now I know it. You sent out that video of all the floating caskets. It's like, when has Iran attacked a vessel of ours? They haven't. So why would they put that video out? And then you start seeing like the whole Fifth Fleet. Why did they send the Fifth Fleet? And it's like, right in the Mediterranean. It's like, hey, we're right here. Then it's like, hey, we were protecting Israel until we're getting accused of killing children. I mean, there's no, you double tapped an elementary school full of Iranian girls. It's like, that's their MO. Because if you destroy the women, then you have the men rise up to be their whole, the whole fatwa fucking, bullshit. Then everybody becomes radicalized.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, let them screw goats. It's like, no, they actually have kids. They actually procreate. It's, how about letting them live how they want to live over there and just letting us live how we want to live here. And just keep it at that. Everybody wants to run the world the way they see fit, but then they don't realize that we, the people, outnumber all of them. So why can't we get the power? Oh, you guys can't be trusted. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, I think that T word has just gone off the rails for anybody talking religion, science, anything. Like, they've lost all trust. Education system. Like, we re-educate ourselves. So when you think about it, we did go through a re-education camp, guys. It was just on Rumble.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
I mean, we the people do have the power. They've just divided us so much that we the people will not unite until everyone fucking wakes up.
Yeah.
And once their eyes are focused on the true fucking enemy, not each other, game over. We all stand up. That chessboard, fucking...
Fuck your pieces. Throw them off.
Agreed.
I mean, all this stuff, it's like... And then I watched a documentary on the Chabad Lubavitch movement in 1988 in New York. Right, Elisa?
Yeah.
Elisa.
Where was this? Did it say where? Is it Brooklyn or New York or upstate?
New York. It was right in Brooklyn because they went to 770. And what freaked me out was the beginning, and they're driving, and then they hone in on the Twin Towers. And it stays like that. And I'm like,
this was in the 70s?
1988.
1988. Okay.
So,
Lubavitch movement?
Yeah. And it goes to the whole how Bibi, how the Rebbe thought that he was the Messiah coming back, and how Bibi, the Rebbe told Bibi that he would be the one to usher in the Messiah. So now you see that when he lost that election back in 2022 or something, and then he had to get back in. Well, remember they had 10, 12 elections or something like that just to get him in. So then it's like, well, then if you guys fix that election, let's talk about 2020. Because we know the Vatican was deeply involved with 2020 election. I mean, the Vatican, because when they say 23 pain, remember that whole Second Vatican Council, that Pope John the 23rd.
Yeah. Was that 1963?
Yeah, 61, 63, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And then they made him a saint. They called him the good Pope.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so just by being good, you're a saint? Or was there another nefarious thing? And now we're starting to see that, yes, very nefarious. And they literally used the Bible as a weapon to keep all of us in check. Yeah. But then yet, who was checking the ones that were checking us? Nobody. So everybody like, oh, he's a priest. There's nothing wrong with him. Oh. Then you start looking at some of these pontifical councils, and you start seeing names that are familiar, like George Pell. You know, the guy that abused a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Cardinal Pell, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well,
in here.
And I think it was really the Boston Globe that blew the lid off of this in, well, let's see, Spotlight was the movie. I think it was 2008. I'll double check. I could be wrong. But 2015, excuse me. I think it won an Oscar. But it went back and uncovered because they were really looking at one particular, cardinal, and it just exploded throughout the Boston diocese, and then it just went national. And at the end of the movie, they show all the parishes throughout the country that had lawsuits by that point, by the time the movie was made for what they had done. But you got to figure. Okay, so I don't know if I've ever said this on this show. So back in before COVID, so say 2018, like 19, I used to hang out at like a coffee shop here after I dropped my kids off at school, and there was like local politicians and judges and things like that, and we'd all kind of hang and have, just shoot the breeze. However, one of the judges got assigned to the Diocese of Rockville Center, which is Long Island, and was saying, I mean, he wasn't disclosing anything like, proprietary, but he was just saying that they're pretty much bankrupt because of all the, so in a sense, I would say that when all of that shit went down, I think that was the beginning of the end of the takedown, because I think it was orchestrated, you know what I mean? Like, to really take them down. It was the beginning of the takedown. And then you have lots of schools that were closing because usually the church and the school are connected, right? So I think that maybe, I don't want to say sting, but we'll call it that, like that operation was pretty much in full force. Because if we go back and we assume that if a lot of this stuff was done prior to the first Q drop, and if all this stuff with, the film coming out and these because I'm only local, I don't know what's going on around the country, but all these lawsuits and takedowns, because they took them down financially. And if all that was happening like, 2020, 2019, and so on and so forth, then it wasn't just it was probably based on the fact that when the capitulation, whenever that kind of really took place, even though we saw it, that they were already dealt with.
And that's the thing. We have no idea what they did behind the scenes at all. I mean, they don't have to tell us everything. Why? I mean, we know it's a mission. It's like they don't give out their, it's like, hey, it's like the media. Right? They're always like, so what are you going to do next? It's like, well, we're going to move these guys from here to here.
Right.
And then we'll move
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're all spies anyways, the media.
Right.
And then you look at the ones they're married to, and then it's like that one reporter, and his wife was a South Korean spy.
Oh, yeah.
They got popped. But so
Remember.
I need you to do this for me, right? When you say coffee, it's like, remember Mike Myers? And
Sarah, you talk about Linda Richmond? Linda Richmond, she had the nails and the hair. And then remember, because she's supposed to be Jewish, and she was talking about, they ask her questions. I don't know if you ever saw the episode of In the Actor Studio.
Oh my!
It's classic. Mike Myers was on there, and he's him. And then he goes, would you mind, that guy with the beard, I forgot his name. He goes, would you mind if we conduct the rest of the interview with you as Linda Richmond? And so he totally goes into character. I mean, is that dressed up or anything? But he goes, sure, I guess. And then she's asking him questions. He's like, now I understand that your daughter's married. She goes, I don't think it's legal because, he wasn't Jewish. And they're like, okay, what about your nails? How you like Lee press on, and then And then she's doing like the who does your hair. It was so funny. But when he talks about, you got to watch it. It won an Emmy. When he asks him, James Lipton says, how did this character come about? He's like, well, I was dating, his wife at the time, and I never heard a woman swear the way she was swearing. And then he was like he was noticing. He's like, I was noticing like there were certain words like coffee and talk, right? So anyway, he says at Thanksgiving when he would go to her house, she'd like hit him. She'd go, do me. And he'd have to imitate her.
And you want to talk about somebody at the dinner table that could imitate? Oh my God, that's when it was good.
Yeah,
it was funny. And when you say coffee, I'm like, oh my God, you remember that? It was just
coffee.
I always say to Lisa about coffee.
I'm so clement.
I'm getting verklempt.
Lisa, you have to send me that. I haven't seen that.
It's ridiculously funny. And she wears that sweater. She has like I say she, but it's it's Mike Myers and that horrible wig. And it's just he has the whole tone and the whole like
the part and how it is. I mean, he knocks it out of the park.
He really does.
I mean,
he really does. And so I was married, right? He was Jewish. Yeah. When at the time, my father-in-law died. So all these people were from Brooklyn, and then they moved upstate. So now they live upstate, and then we're having they had a sit shiva and all this. So that everybody's like in their mid 70s, like that's how old he was, maybe a little younger. I was freaking hysterical because we went there for a few days, like while they're doing the shiva, right? And it's like food and helping her and cleaning. And so this one woman from Brooklyn, I think she died at this point. I'm not going to use her name, but she had a real one of those names, right? And I'm sitting around. So what was I at the time? Like 30, I don't know. I was like, 33. And, I come from very big Italian culture, right? I'm not really up on like, even though I'm in New York, so this is like ground zero of like the event. And I remember this is what I heard, like we're washing dishes and stuff. And she's like, listen to me, do not give Marty any wine. And I'm like, okay. She's like, he's going to be all over me later, and I'm too tired. And I was like, okay. And this other woman was talking about, it's like, oh, how did you guys meet? Starting conversation. She's like, well, let me tell you. She goes, we met at a dance, and I saw him from across the way, and we started to talk. I couldn't wait to get him in the sack. And I was just like, really? Well, anyway, this one woman, this is the classic story.
Older women, like great, like older. It's like, what?
I was like, holy shit. So this one woman says she's trying to explain what the cultural change was from when they moved from Brooklyn to upstate, right? Upstate meaning Rockland County. And she goes, I mean, it was so different. We came from Brooklyn. I knew my neighbors. Now I'm living up here. I don't know anyone. They're different. I mean, who knew from a sloppy Joe? And that summed up like the whole experience. And so I say that every once in a while to my kids. I'll just go like, we'll just be talking. I'll go, who knew from a sloppy Joe?
You have to send me that link.
I'm an idiot. I'm over here. I got my mouse. I'm like, why is the screen coming? I'm like because I'm using a laptop.
Oh, okay. You heard the sloppy Joe?
Yeah. But I had the volume off and the screen off because I was blowing my nose. And then I'm like, why is this coming on? Because I'm using a mouse for the big screen. I like, I'm sitting here, Dino's, and she's like,
it's the laptop.
She's just like, you can hook that up to the laptop. I'm like, damn it, that's right, it's a laptop. Because get flighty. What can you do? But yeah, I mean, it's and then tonight we will be airing at 5 p.m. the Melania movie.
Oh,
Just the Melania movie. We're going to start out with the Melania movie and then we'll end it. So it's up there so anybody can watch it anytime. And what we're going to do is I'm going to work on that Brave browser so that when I bring the Amazon up on that, then I believe it's commercial free for everybody. I think because I'm not sure how that works or not, but I'm wondering if we use a Brave browser and it cuts out all the ads, so would it cut out all the ads for everybody that's watching at home? That see, that's or
yeah,
with, about Prime. Yeah, I think with. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I use a Brave browser, and I don't get any ads on anything I watch on Rumble. Nothing at all. When I put my iPad on, when I'm in the kitchen, ads.
Because I'm wondering because I heard that like during the live, like it'll cut away to a commercial. It's like, why does it cut away to a commercial on a live? I mean, it doesn't. So now, with the Brave and all that, so I want to get that hooked up because
Google it, like, or whatever. Just look it up because Prime, if like I have a subscription, and if you watch a movie, you could do like ad free. It's extra, and I don't because I'm not paying anymore. But I think if you rent a movie, like if it's streamed, sometimes you're subject to commercials and ads. If you rent it, I'm not sure. Just see, so you could see what needs to be done, so you don't, because they just bust into an ad. Like you're in the middle of a good part, and then the ad just starts, like old time TV.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the worst too, because right at climax, it's like that's how they get you, because you have to sit there and watch commercials, because you can't step away from the commercials, because then you're gonna miss right where it come back. Like,
yeah,
they knew this, man. They were on top of this. You got to give them an A for effort on how to screw up humanity.
Oh, yeah. They did a great job.
It's just, we get an A plus. So.
Oh yeah, we are. Well, Trump is the only man that's taken on the devil, hasn't he?
And that's the thing too. It's like everybody's like, "Oh, devil." It's like, man, I think this whole, like when they say like Satan, all this stuff, I just think that they're just bad frequencies. Like the vibration, all that, and the frequency and energy that is transferred into a person. So, like I said, if they call Trump the Antichrist, well, then that's basically saying that there's a Christ. So, was it hyphenated when they said Antichrist, or was it not?
Because why would that make a difference? Like what?
One would be an Antichrist, and one would be anti-Christ.
Oh.
So it's like when they did the anti-Semitism we went over, how they did it, how they conformed the definition is that they removed the hyphen from anti-Semitism, because if you remove the hyphen, that doesn't give credence that there was a Semitic, like if it's free flowing, then it's just on them. So it's not anti-Semitic people, it's anti-Semitic as one word. It's like you're not anti these people with a hyphen, so like you're anti-Christ, but if it's one flowing word. So when they say anti, and you think of all the casinos that Trump was messing around with, what if it's ANTE, anti-Christ, not anti? Because you're still acknowledging that there is an office of the Christ. So somebody does have to hold that office. Well, then who holds it now? If during every generation there has to be somebody holding that office. That's why I firmly believe that Epstein was a creation. And they knew from when he was born on January 20th, 1953, the same day that Ike was sworn in to be president. And then in 72, 19 years later, that's when they had the Surrealist ball for the Rothschilds. And then amazingly, at the age of like 19, 20, he went from being a complete idiot to teaching at the Dalton School.
Right.
How does that happen? And then you look at Donald Barr's book on how they take people and they sell them to off-world colonies for slavery and all that. It's like, that's true. That's 100% true. Because we're all the people. In the 90s, under Clinton, there were over 900,000 children missing a year. What happened to all the kids? And how did Bill and Hillary get so much power? What were they doing exactly with these kids? And knowing that they were married by a Haitian voodoo witch doctor, and then it's like, well, so when you went to Haiti for your honeymoon, that's around the same time that Stroke Sr. was active in Africa with Obama's mama. Remember 79, they did the Iran. They were through Iran, and then they put the Ayatollah in. And that's why Trump's like, put up like the whole paper tiger thing.
Yeah.
And he shows it. He's like, oh yeah, puts it, it's framed in the Oval Office. And I'm like, but it's the flowers on his head. It's shaped like Orion's belt.
But everything's like Orion.
But the thing is that, and you think tip of the spear, right? Then you have Betelgeuse going supernova, right? Betelgeuse is the star of Orion's shoulder. So that gets weird. And I mean, when I brought up Orion before, and then you see the bombing pattern that they did in Iran, it literally goes along the same lines of those three, right? It's always three. Because they can't have the fourth. The fourth, because why Iran is so big, why they're making a big deal of it, because it goes to Easter with Regulus, the star. So you have Regulus, there's 4 royal Persian stars. And then you start looking at the symbolism with Space Force and all that, how it's a trident, like it looks like.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is that I was watching Ian Carroll, and he came up with that web. It is the web.io, and it's a site, and it does all like the Epstein files. I'm not sure if it's like, because he said it should be up and going in a few days, and that was a few days ago. But they actually put in there, like I haven't even seen it yet, but that you could put your own documents, upload them all.
Okay.
And you could have it all, like we could upload all these documents, and it will create a big, make
them the way they connect and how.
Everything.
Oh my God.
What? And that's why AI, it's like, that's what we need it for.
Wow.
You can't trust AI asking stuff, but if you get to put the documents in there,
yeah,
they can only go by what's off the documents.
Yeah.
So you're not putting like handwritten notes or anything like that. It's like you're putting like actual like ones out scribed, and it's like, hey, tell me about this. Because I'm starting to realize like suppression of society, Jesus and all that. Like if you go to AI and you ask your questions on it, they give you like a little bit of breakdown. It's like you still have to read the other one.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, we have to go in on that DuckDuckGo AI. But I think it depends on what AI you use too. Because for some reason, I'm hearing like a lot of good stuff about like the whole Grok, the higher echelon of Grok.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay a lot for and all that. But I like the old school and just like looking for it and finding it, because they can give you like a rundown of what happened, but there's a lot of like details. Like the devil is in the details. Yeah. And then you start seeing it's like they don't name any names, and then you start seeing well this person's connected to it. It's like, well, that person's connected to that before. It's like, wow. everything's connected, and it's all about the children. So then, and they say pray, pray. It's like, guys, it's all the religions, every one of them that are moving kids, all of them.
You know, you mentioned before about Orion, and I might not get this right, but you'll probably be able to pick up where I'm one of you, both of you. Didn't they say, like, if you look from like an aerial view, a lot of the tunnel systems, like they all mimic the Orion belt. And so this is so ancient, the way all of this is just tied into all this.
Across the United States, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Because also,
and think about how many times it's used in movies, right? I could think just off the top, there's Orion Pictures, and then there's, if you remember in Men in Black, remember the cat had that universe, Orion's belt, because the cat's name was Orion. It was his tag. And I'm sure there's a good, like, if we did a search, there's probably a whole bunch more that refer to that.
Well, the Orion group is the Alpha Draconius.
Right.
The Dracos. So now when they say, oh, well, they're like, oh, well, we lost, 6 people this, 6 people that. And they're like, but they lied about how many were injured and all that in Iran. Because what people are like, oh, we're fighting, Iran and all. It's like, well, why are we over there? Why are we losing people and all? It's like, well, we're not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we are literally fighting like Nephilim, like the fallen angels. Like, but these people don't know. And it's like one of the fatalities or injuries was from somebody from Space Force. What's Space Force doing over there?
Right.
But yeah, this the Black League, the Orion Black League, in the Ascension Glossary. I mean, do you serve self or the negative ego? So that's the whole cataclysm. It's like between the sons of Belial and the law of one, the escalated Atlantean cataclysm. That's why you want to base everything off the law of one. It's like, but this, the dominators or victimizers, the victims, the resistance. I mean, and a lot of this, that's why this Ascension Glossary, I'd step away from it because it's like,
Oh my God. And I just put in Orion. I put Orion in.
Huh?
There is so much shit just on like putting that one thing in, right? Oh my God.
And like this, at the end of the one, that Orion Black League, it says, see betrayal of the universal mother of life. And they have all the wars in there. Like, I had no idea there were that many wars. Like, there were a lot of them here.
This is crazy.
Electric wars. And then it makes sense because you see all these, like, you've got mountains that look like people, and it's like, you're so small. It's like, but the thing is that, yeah, we're small in size, but once we're unlocked up here and, everything, I mean, that's why all these ships are here. They're here to watch us graduate. People are like, oh, they're here to invade. It's like, no, you guys, they would swap spots with us in an instant if they could.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Because we have no idea on how advanced we are going to be, but we have to go as a collective.
Yeah. Can I ask you something, Jason? What, when we've all talked about this, but like, I don't know a lot about it. I just know it more as talking points, this idea of who we're really fighting. So how is that war being fought with these, whatever they are, Dracos, Nephilim, whatever you call it? Like,
I've heard a lot about the Orion Wars,
Yeah, and you could put in that Ascension Glossaries, like you could put in like wars, and yeah, the Orion. I mean, I could not believe how many wars there were, like totally like blown away. like, I'm surprised this place is still intact.
Wow. But that's what they're doing now, right?
Yeah, and now what I think, you know, when you mentioned that, it's like, but then it goes back to those artifacts. You like the one Elon had on his nightstand with the Diet Cokes on it? It looked like a scepter, small scepter, like a weapon, like an energy weapon. Because you know the fasces is an energy weapon. That's why they'd always carry it around in Rome. That it's not just, I mean, it's those, everything's all built off energy.
Wow.
It's unreal, but you know, you've got Trump showing it. It's like, yeah, you know, at Mar-a-Lago, it's like, yeah, you want to take a picture of the Ark of the Covenant, guys? I had a replica done. So I'm like, sir, where are the blueprints for this Ark of the Covenant if you had it done? Because if you had it built, then that means that there had to be blueprints, sort of like these buildings, 1920s and 30s. They were built in 2 years. Like, and if it was funded by the government, you have to show us the blueprints. If you have the blueprints, then you guys are all done. And that's it. That's why the GDP, good documenting practices. Where are your blueprints? Trust the plan. A plan view is a blueprint, guys. Where are the blueprints for everything? That's why they don't have anything. That's why this whole, they brought everybody over for Project Paperclip and all that. It had nothing to do with the weapons. They were testing all these buildings to see why they all hold a constant voltage and why they're all and how they're all energetically connected. It's like probably by the tunnel system. Just saying. Because if it's energy, that it's like a big network.
Yeah.
But then I guess it all depends on what you're doing in these tunnels. If you're doing bad things in the tunnels, well, then bad things happen. But how did you guys dig all these tunnels without any machines?
Yeah.
You can't have, Donkeys Incorporated digging holes. I mean, you need a lot of people to do all this work. We didn't have that kind of manpower. Remember, everybody's coming here from the new world, from the old world. Saying, oh, this is the new world. Allegedly. But then even that, March 8th. I look at that. March 8th. In history. Just gonna, But somebody was born that day. I was like, kind of weird.
That was me.
And it was John.
That was Stu.
John of God was born on March 8th.
Wow.
And the thing about John of God, not the John of God from Brazil, the original John of God.
Oh, he named himself after him, did he?
From March 8th, 1495 to March 8th, 1550. Notice how he died and was born and died on the same day? Kind of.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, it's 55. Weird. But then John of God was why did I just take this fucking off? The Brothers Hospitallers of St. John of God. And when you look at the symbolism, you cannot say that isn't a cabbage patch. Here's the female upside down, right? There's the egg, and here's the cabbage leaves. So now, what exactly are you guys doing here? Because from the John of God Brazil, you guys are baby farming.
Right.
They're called the Do-Good Brothers. Brothers of Mercy. Merciful Brothers.
Wait, who's the Mercy? Who's the Brothers of Mercy? The ones.
Yeah, the Merciful Brothers. The Brothers Hospitallers of St. John of God. And guess what their abbreviation is? OH.
Oh.
Funny thing is, OH is also Ohio, which is the 17th state. He was canonized by Pope Alexander the VIII in 1690. And is declared the patron saint of the dying and of all hospitals by Pope Leo XIII in 1898. So now you see where it all goes to hell. Because if the caduceus is is the mark, is what's keeping us anchored in the medicine, well, it makes sense then. Because if they're feeding us medicine, then that's altering how we should be in a free and functional living space.
Oh, that's interesting because OH is also 23, isn't it? Pain.
Yep. And that's what, like, today, I mean, the Jewish Red Cross was founded today. Just has to do with all Red Cross, red, and so I think the Red Cross, I mean, I think they were all created. They gave us some kind of like fluffy meaning to it, but if we live in a land of upside down, what are you guys really doing?
Yeah, everything is a front, isn't it? Everything.
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 Wow.
You know. So yeah, that's what I got. You know, still digging into stuff and have to organize it. And
Well, I just want to say I'm glad I'm still here because I was born on the 8th of March. We've just had the 8th of March, and I'm 55. So I'm lucky I'm a few days over. Happy day.
Yeah. Came in to right the wrong.
And then, and then it gets better because let's see. Yeah, what's that thing?
Hey, Jason, while you're doing that, I just got somebody mentioned TSA in the chat but what do you think is going to happen with the TSA and all this bullshit with the Patriot Act?
Well, I think it's all going to go away. Has to. Because if the DHS is shut down, so also, guys, funny thing is that, guess what today is?
Friday the 13th?
Yeah. But then from, was it March or February 1st, 28, 38. So it's 41 days. 41 or 42 days today that the Department of Homeland Security has been closed from the shutdown. Because people don't understand, there's still a shutdown in effect. They never.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not there at the airport, are they?
Yeah, but the thing, well, DHS, but like with all that, like they still have to check the airport. They just because they're not funded doesn't mean that, hey, you just walk.
Okay, gotcha.
Planes. No, they still have security checkpoints.
They still have to work. Okay.
Yeah. But when it comes to everything else in DHS, like maybe they can go down to Arkansas and get that Rachel Brand, drag her up here, make sure she's executed. You know, little miss, I ran off to Walmart to be a attorney. That's my dream job. Even though she was one of the main people that pushed the Patriot Act. I mean, your dream job is to be a Walmart attorney.
Right.
Maybe to cover up their crimes. Because who got you that job? I mean, don't you think like, you know, Hillary and Bill probably like, hey, you know, maybe we need to move her there and cover up our shit, and who knows? You hear no there. What do you do?
Well, it's also interesting how that's just become a slippery slope, because once the Patriot Act was put into effect, it doesn't matter where you go. They search and seize you. Your bag, your backpack, you go. I went to the hospital. Can we see your bag?
Yeah, eat shit for what?
And the brain power. I can't even tell you the lack of brain power on these people. It's beyond. It's so. There's literally like a little row you have to walk from here to go through the X-ray thing, and like they literally get freaked out. Like these people, they're like, wait, don't. No, I didn't tell you to come through yet. Like they're so retarded. There's no other word to use. So my point is now, no matter where you go, They just automatically ask, and we're trained from TSA.
Well, and the thing is, they don't hire the best and brightest either.
Well,
They hire the
at TSA. Do you know what the rule is for TSA? I heard from a guy I know who's from Pakistan a long time ago. He's a citizen. He has people, though, that come from Pakistan, right, that he knows. You have to be living. You could just come to this country. I think it's 4 or 6 months and get a job at TSA. That's what he told me. He heard from these people.
Nice.
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, they want soulless people who've got absolutely no qualm at all about bothering people.
And the thing is, so you had one guy trying to light his shoe on fire on a plane. They're like, oh, we have to have everybody take their shoes off. Now you leave your shoes on. It's like, why are you having everybody take your shoes off?
Yeah, 80-year-old women in a wheelchair to take your shoes off.
Yeah.
But I think they got rid of that, didn't they?
Yep. They did the last time we flew out there. Right before we flew out there last time to Idaho. It's like, yes.
Yeah, so maybe they're trying to whittle down, like go backwards now, because again, they can't just stop it. I've had so many fights through TSA, I can't even tell. And I'm like, I'm going to definitely get arrested. But
well, and the thing is, 79, that's when Bibi had that Jerusalem terrorism thing. They had one in 79 and they had one in 81 in DC. And that's what created terrorism. That's what created Boogeyman. Bibi did it. So now you look at that because, his brother was killed. Well, now your other brother got killed. So now what?
Yeah.
Now, dangerous animal. It's like, boy, we got them all in line, huh?
What was that latest thing I saw? I think on Telegram that you probably already know this, but I only just found this out maybe a couple of weeks ago, that his family is actually from somewhere in Europe, and he's not even Israeli, and they were here in America. You know that.
He grew up in Philadelphia. He went to
Philadelphia, and supposedly he has like had an American mistress.
He had 5 names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Natay. You can even look up online, Ben Nitay, and it's Benjamin Netanyahu.
The name was totally different though, like the other names, right? Not even like a play on that.
Yeah, there's like Charles J. Johnson, the first or second. It's like there's 2 of them. And it's like, and then come and find out that he's collecting Social Security.
But like, who are they really? Like, who is he?
These are all of the remnants of the activists during World War II. Okay. All the Jewish activists that were looking to overthrow Germany and looking to overthrow Ukraine and all that, back in 1723. That's when they did all that, because it's the Bolshevism, Judaism, Bolshevism, all that. It just started pushing everywhere. So now you have the Hasidics that are like, Israel, they don't deserve a country. It's like, but yet you're wanting a 3rd temple built there.
Right.
So how does that work? And if you guys were in on the 9/11, because the Hasidics definitely were, because nothing passes through New York without going through the Hasidics. Nothing.
Right.
And the mega group and all that. And then you look at, Zlutnik, and finally people are starting to, wow, these people are bad. It's like, we use them for what we need them for, and then they hang themselves. That's all we could do. It's like, hey, did you do bad shit? No, man. It's like, all right. So Trump's like, I gotta trust these guys, but I don't even think that Trump is leading a lot of the picks and everything. I think the military is in full control.
Yeah.
I think the military is like, hey, this is what we're gonna do here. Because Dunford, when he sat down with Trump before he started running in 2015, sat down with him, they were already balls deep in this.
Yeah.
Dunford, all of them, Flynn, they were all like, no, we're taking these. We have to eliminate this now. We have to seal that Stargate. We have to get Greenland and all this. And people are like, why do we want to see? That's just us being, wanting to be, controlling and, colonize Greenland. We're not looking to colonize. It's colonized already. There are people there that the Greenland goes back to the Greenland people.
Right.
But the problem is that now you have Denmark that came over that gave all those shots that made them all sterile. And it's like, what is wrong with you people? All the monarchies, all of it. But I think it all goes back to the whole Treaty of Verona. That's why he picked Vance. And now Vance is getting ready to get.
You think that's coming?
Yep. Hey, when he ran for Senate, guess where he had his his whole what do they call it? The
campaign headquarters?
Yeah, not headquarters, but they're a campaign event.
Oh, okay.
At Les Wexner's house.
Oh, there you go.
Peter Thiel built. And then you start looking at it's like, because remember when he announced him, we're like, well, let's dig into this guy. First saying, oh, yeah. Whoa, wait a second, guys. We need to use discernment on every choice. Then you start looking at him, and it's like, well, what's your real name? People are like, oh, I grew up in Appalachia. It's like nobody remembers you. It's just like Erica Kirk, just like all of them that came from Ohio.
Obama, nobody remembered him from Princeton or Columbia.
Yeah, nothing. And it's like, and then you look at Erica's with all the accolades and magna cum laude. It's like, no, you didn't. There's your dangerous animal because they're preying on kids. They're preying on little girls. Like, you're letting a pedophile come and speak to your kids. And you're letting TPUSA say, oh, hey, because Charlie, hey, we need to bring that. No. You guys already brought the after school Satanism in. Don't bring TPUSA to bring that version of Satanism in.
Right.
Because this all falls under that new evangelization, fucking hard word. And it just goes back to everything for Israel. We have to protect them. We have to do this. We have to do that. It's like,
they're our greatest ally.
Do you think the whole point of this Iran thing is to really get the world's eyes focused on Israel now for this massive end of takedown?
I mean, saying that Israel's a good ally is like saying back in the 70s and 80s that John Wayne Gacy was a good neighbor. He kept his law side.
Right, but it's the brainwashing. That's the brainwashing.
That's the religious brainwashing. It's like and especially when we're looking through this, it's like, no, that Pope Benedict, this is all based off social justice. All this was. So it's funny that nobody ever goes back and says, well, no, the church wouldn't do that. They did. And you think P equals C, it's like a pontifical council. But also, Paris catacombs. Because there's 170 miles of Paris catacombs. Why is everybody flying to Paris? And what exactly are they doing? What rituals are they doing underground in Paris? In these catacombs? Because it's not like you say, oh, hey, yeah, we took all the dead people out there and we just brought their bones in and just organized. Where are all the other bones? I mean, I thought the whole, you have to let them rest. That's like literally how many bodies, how many skeletons you can't even come up with a number, but are in these catacombs. And where did they get these? They're like, oh, cemetery's getting full. So we had it's like, well, then why aren't they doing that now? They had less people then than they have now. If they're saying, oh, we have 8 billion people, it's like, well, then how many people they have then? Then why was it, oh, well, we have to dig all these bones? And it's like, no, seriously. Who are those bones from? Were they Tartarians? Is that what they did? Just went on slaughtering people? Because, I mean, we know they did that on their missions.
Right. Because
when they talk about their, what is your mission exactly? Spread the gospel and teaching Jesus Christ. Get the fuck out of here. And then we found their university, the Gregorian, the Gregorian Pontifical University, I believe. The Pontifical Gregorian University. Yeah. And guess who started that? St. Ignatius of Loyola. The same guy that brought you the Jesuits.
Yeah. A lot of Jesuit universities here in the States, right?
Oh, there's a lot of, and they all got to go. All of them.
But you know what's interesting? So Fordham University was a Jesuit university. I actually went there. Like, who knew back in the 80s? But they actually took funding and they had to take the crucifixes off. So that's kind of interesting, because did they really become secular? Is it just showing how it's all the same? You know, it's all the way they're all working together. I don't know.
Guess how many popes graduated from there?
How many?
17.
Boom. Yep. I mean, some of this is just, it's insane. It really is. It goes back that whole, oh man, that sounds fucking freaky too. The Great Commission. Yeah, okay. Weirdos. And then, does anybody else find it funny that you have Pope Leo the 14th, right? Well, the L is a 12. Right? The L, it's a 12th letter, right?
Yeah.
Which is a 3, right? What's 14 plus 3? Now, Pope Leo, as in Leo the Lion? Leo? Because you have Operation Rising Lion still that Israel's still under. It's like, well, then why do we have Operation Midnight Hammer and now Operation Epic Fury? If everything's done twice, Epic Fury, Epstein Files, 11/11. So they could do it today, or they could do it on the 18th. 11/11/18. Parade like no other. What's a parade? You know, they call those elephant walks a parade too. Of all the bombers. So, but I think it all goes back to the North Pole, seizing Hyperborea. Letting King Arthur and Queen Guinevere, which are Trump and Melania, go back to running shit. You know, because I mean, you can't have peace without strength, and well, you have all these other countries around him, and Trump, he's like, yeah, and he mentions Iran, but then he's like, oh yeah, and they're bombing everybody around him. It's like, well, who are you exactly talking about here? Because it almost seems like two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't see Iran bombing, oil fields or anything like that. All you've done is piss off China and Russia. That's a good job. Trying to drag us into a world war with China and Russia. Little do they know, back channels. Hello. So now, isn't it funny? They bring out a cardboard cutout. It's like, yeah, this is our new leader. And Trump's like, here it is. It's like, maybe they're doing that on purpose. It's like,
oh, yeah, definitely. Ildonado's posted so many memes about that.
Yeah.
He's like, Marco, turban, let's go. I hope you speak Farsi. Man, it's just, but all these, people are like, talking about the 2020 election. Oh, Vance and Rubio. It's like, guys, what? And that's the problem with these election cycles, because you can't even get what you want done because you only have like a year and a half, and then you have to. It's like, then you have to say, this is what I did. It's like, if you base everything off 4 years of what you did, and then let everybody vote you in and everything like that, and that how the Constitution was written originally, that there was no, because FDR is the one that came in with the 2-term limit. came to do that because guess what? If anybody had the years that he did, like not another, 4-year election, well, he had 16 years to ruin America, to bring in all the bureaucracy and everything like that. I mean, when he says that Biden was the worst president and of the top worst 10 combined, and Biden's still worse than them all combined, I'm like, what exactly did he do? It's like, how did he become a senator? How did he win a Senate seat? Well, because he's literally with the DuPonts. So he got in before he was even eligible to serve. So once he got in, then he was of age. It's like, but what did you before that? It's like, where did he come from? Where did all these people come from?
Where'd they come from?
Yeah.
It's not like, the vote. Yeah, we need to fix the voting laws. Yeah, because, well, we need to have, terms, term limits. It's like, well, you say that now when the people were in there for 40, 50 years already ruining everything.
Right.
I mean, as president, if he's doing a good job and everybody votes him in, he stays. But there's no party ticket. It's the top two people get the president and the vice president, whether they're Republican, Democrat, whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. And also, from 228, we said something like, was it? Oh, that's when the war started, right? Yeah. 228 when the war started, right? To 4/4/2026 is 35 days. And that's that Saturday. So that means Easter's on 3/6 days?
Easter's 3/5. And Orthodox Easter is the 12th.
28, 30. Ooh. Isn't that funny? So done in 30, exactly 30, and then there's that drop 30 and then 28, big week ahead. Because, well, if you take the 0:28 in the kill box and you put that as February 28th and you go 30 days from there, where's Trump going to be exactly? China. Seal the deal. Because Trump and Xi, they're like, hey, the G2. It's like G2. It's like, yeah, guys, East and West. They're drawing the lines.
Yeah.
POTUS will be abroad.
This is gonna be fun.
Well, I definitely think this is a March Madness we've all been waiting for
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope so.
for many years.
Yeah.
And yeah, massive things to come.
Big.
Yeah. So as bad as it gets, people, keep smiling. We got to laugh through this. It's great just getting on here and chewing the fat and having a bit of a giggle and stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
you haven't seen Melania yet, Elisa, have you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
You guys are watching it what time?
5 p.m. Probably a little after 5.
Central.
Central.
So, yeah, okay. Okay.
But it'll still be on there, so you can watch it anytime.
Okay.
So we'll have it on there. And then we can share it out and everything like that. So if anybody wants to watch it for free, they just come on the Rumble channel. They can watch it there. And then
Oh, excellent.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right,
We
cool.
can, instead of everybody getting an Amazon account, it's like, fuck Bezos,
Yeah.
It's like, any way we could scam the system, we need to.
Oh yeah, we got to fucking get back at them, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
I've been doing that for years. I clicked on something about 2 years ago. I bought it off Amazon and it was like next day delivery. No one told me anything. And it was only about 7-8 months later, I said I'd taken £7.99 out of my bank account for every month. We cheeky bastards. I have to say, though, I phoned them up and that money was back in my account with an extra month fucking on that day.
They're very good like that, I have to say. I don't know who's running it now, but if you have to return something or it's fast, or you need a refund, like you said, if you cancel a service.
Yeah, but if you monopolize something, you've got to be good at what you do, haven't you?
Not necessarily. You've dealt with big companies that are horrible to deal with.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you have one company that's a bastard that swallows up all these other small good companies, and then they put them all on the fast track of badness.
Yeah.
Change everything.
Well, that's how to do it, isn't it? Buy everything up. If you got the money, you can run things.
Yep. Or if you're a criminal, then you lose everything.
Yeah.
Also, the executive order was there. One of the first ones he wrote. So.
Oh yeah, they're fucked. We'll have all that money back, thank you, and a bit more, and you can go to Gitmo.
I think it is back somewhere. We just hasn't trickled down to us.
Yeah.
Just keep it in that fund. Wait till it's big.
Yeah, I think I do think tariffs are a bit of a cover for this redistribution that's going to come.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But don't sit there waiting for it, people. Oh, I want the RV and all that stuff. Just get on with your life, have fun, and fucking get the truth out. Try and wake some normies up. Don't try too hard because they need to wake themselves up. But never stop planting seeds, and we'll get there.
That is
amazing. All right, Joe. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Thank you for Dina. She's found me that cranker link. I see everyone sitting there. It's fucking 7 people sitting there. Yeah. Right. If you can't see someone on that screen, I don't know what to tell you.
That's it.
All right. So I'll have a look at that. Now, we've got our same outro, but I've added 20 seconds on the front of it, Jason.
You're gonna love it.
Make sure you watch this 20 seconds, and we'll see you later. Enjoy Melania tonight, and we love you all.
Yes.
Where we go, when we go all. See you later.
Make sure you're watching Stu's News and Patriots Across the Pond for some of your awakening information. Amazing guests every week from Monday to Saturday. Visit patriotsacrossthepond.com and follow Stewie and Elisa today on Rumble for the live shows. And remember, where we go one, we go all.
In a world flooded with noise, clarity has become rare. People are questioning what they're told and searching for something real. Mr. Heal's modern wellness meets old school remedies. CBD tinctures, methylene blue, gummies and edibles, THC-free wellness, and functional remedies crafted with old school care and modern precision. Biozox, a trusted source for ivermectin and fenbendazole. Biozox, believe your health decisions should be yours, not dictated by politicians or big pharma. Crafted with purpose and precision, freedom forged coffee, cacao and mushroom tinctures, small batch roasted coffee, rich cacao and functional mushrooms crafted with purpose. Verity Metals, redefining what precious metals investing should be. Why choose Verity Metals? We're not just another gold dealer. We're a trusted retirement partner. Our clients choose us because we lead with education, integrity, and transparency. Medical bills are the leading cause of bankruptcy in the United States, accounting for 66.5% of bankruptcies. We can all agree the healthcare system is broken. There is an alternative. Impact Health Sharing, which Yahoo News is calling the disruptor in the $4.6 trillion healthcare system. For more information, visit patriotsacrossthepond.com.